Hi and welcome to the KWM Wine Blog. Today we're going to try the Silverado Vineyards Estate Cabernet Sauvignon from Napa Valley in California. So Napa Valley in California, as many people will know, is one of the world's premium wine growing regions due to climatic influences of the Pacific Ocean and their cooling effect on the vineyards, as well as their soil structures, etc. etc. The wines from Napa can be quite expensive, on a par with a lot of Grand Cru class Bordeaux, for example. There's a large demand for them in the American market, as well as in the European market and global market as well. There's quite strong demand for these wines due to their quality and livability. So Silverado Estates Cabernet, 90% Cabernet, 10% Petit Verdot, Merlot, blended with other varieties. So a Bordeaux style blend. Comes from two distinct vineyard sites. The sort of Stag's Leap district, which is sort of the classic Napa Valley region, district rather, where it's made its reputation with the Stag's Leap cellar, for example. And you've got the Mount George region, which there's about 50% of each district into this wine. The Stag's Leap adds a depth and concentration. The St. George's fruit adds a bit more fruitiness to it, I guess. So we'll see what it looks like. Colour wise, it's quite deep. It's got a narrow rim, verging from the ruby onto garnet, so starting to show its age a little bit. This wine's now approaching about 6 years old, so it should be starting to drink reasonably well at this point. Yeah, so colour wise, quite deep. Nose. Lots of ripe black cherries, ripe black plums, that style of fruit, more so than black currant, say. You get a nice sort of vanilla note from the oak. There's about 50% of this wine has gone into New York, most of that being French. Slight spiciness coming from that. Bit of licorice as well. Quite full bodied, quite elegant in the mouth. Tannins are all there, they're quite ripe but fine as well, and good structure to it. Fresh acids, lingers through onto a spicy sort of licorice finish with a bit of char almost coming through, just a slight note of that. Good overall length to it, nice freshness on the palate actually for what feels like quite a big wine. It's still very fresh with the acids. Lovely balance to it throughout. It's a wine that you can serve with really good meals, sort of roast lamb, roast beef, etc. It deserves a decent occasion. It's up there with really good Bordeaux. A bit riper in character maybe than what you might expect from a decent Bordeaux, for example, due to the maybe slightly warmer climate. But that's not a bad thing. It's very, very pleasant. It's a very nice bottle of wine on its own right. This sort of wine sells for around probably the 30 quid a bottle mark or something like that. So it's up there with sort of Cru class Bordeaux price wise, or getting there anyway. It's a very good example of Napa Cabernet, and it's one that will mature quite easily for another 10 years without doubt, and will drink very well. So that's the Silverado Vineyards Estate Cabernet Sauvignon from the 2009 vintage.